This time I'm going to have a little bit of a rant over my Phantasy Star Online problems that I've been having with my Dreamcast. As you all know, it works online. I did a video helping out people to get online with the Silver Rant server and the broadband adapter, which I have. And it worked fine for me last year. I tried to do it again this year, last month, and met with a lot of difficulties. First, but most importantly of all of them, was that I was unable to use the XDP browser on my Dreamcast. In the living room, no matter which Dreamcast I used, it wouldn't work. But in here, in the spare room, today I found that if I use this Dreamcast via my DVD and video copying machine, okay, so XDP is in there. So, this is the Dreamcast connecting to my PC. It may take a couple of tries, but it does, for some reason, actually work. Yeah, see, for some reason this Dreamcast internal memory keeps resetting. Never mind. So this proves that it's not a problem with the Dreamcast because the disc works on this Dreamcast. And I brought the main Dreamcast out of the living room in here and I tried it and it works. Normally when you see that screen just then, it would reset every time without fail in the main room. Now it's important to note that in the main room I'm connecting to a 42-inch LED 3D LG TV via RGB SCART. Here, as you can see, XDP works fine. Works perfectly fine. So, until now, because XDP wasn't working in the living room, I was using a burnt copy of Phantasy Star Online version 2 USA, which, if you have the broadband adapter connected and if you have a cable plugged in and if you've already set up the dial-up ISP settings, it will allow you to change the broadband adapter settings. And so that was what I was using because I couldn't use this. So, ever since then, when I turn the Dreamcast on, and I will show you now what happens, because it's all set up in the living room. So let's go and have a look, shall we? So, what happens in the living room? This Dreamcast is connected to the TV via RGB SCART. I got the XDP disc working on it in the spare room. It just doesn't work in here for some reason. I don't understand why. But regardless of that, what I ended up doing was flashing the Dreamcast again, inputting the dial-up details, using XDP in the spare room to do the settings, and it still refuses to work. Now, it's probably going to be the law of the sod that it's actually going to work while I'm filming it. So if it does, I apologise. Because the problem that I've been having is I can connect, but I get an error message before it gives me the list of ships that are available. And that error message, when that error message happens, it means that my character won't have loaded properly on the server and I won't be able to move my character. And since I used the PSO version 2 disc to set it up, I've been unable to play properly. There's the error message. See? So, the point I'm trying to make is that even after I've done the settings using the Phantasy Star Online version 2 American disc. Didn't work. I've used the XDP disc. Didn't work. I've done it in the spare room with a different network cable connected to a different port in the hub. Still doesn't work. I've reset the hub's LAN settings and everything. Everything has been reset to factory settings. So that rules out the cable. It rules out the Dreamcast hardware. It rules out the XDP disc. It rules out the what did I say? Dreamcast hardware, XDP disc, the cable that runs from the modem to the Dreamcast. The only thing that it doesn't rule out is either one of two things. It's either the BBA or the settings that I'm using to actually connect. There's a video of me picking the settings. I believe it's part of this video. I might have done it. I might have filmed it and put it as part of this video. But anyway, so this is the problem that I'm having at the moment. And I've managed to rule out the Dreamcast hardware. See, I'm online and I can see somebody online, but I just cannot move. I'm moving my analog stick right now and it will not move. And you can see that it's the analog stick because it's got a light on the controller. And there are people online and I can see them and I can see what they're saying to each other. But my character will not move. Now, 1 in every 9 or 10 attempts I will actually be able to get on. But this time I've failed. So, it can only be one of two things. It can only be either my broadband hub from BT, my home hub 3, or the BBA on the Dreamcast. Those are the only two things that it could possibly be. Okay, so I used this software to do the settings. Okay, so I want someone to look at these settings that I've filled out now and tell me if they're right or wrong. Okay, that's what I've put in there now. My IP address range on my server, my hub starts at 192.168.1.64. I was told to use one outside of that range, and all the other information is default. And then I put the two DNSs as that Silver Rant server. Leave all of that blank. Leave all of that blank. Blank. Save. Okay. Forward. Okay. Save. Okay, now I can't show you that it won't work here, but I've just recorded that bit for you so that you can see the settings that I've used. So yeah, I'm hoping that somebody out there will be able to look at what I've just done and tell me what the hell is going on, because it cannot be the hardware of the Dreamcast, because we can see that it works with XDP. So it's not that my laser is dying or anything like that, because the problem before was that XDP wasn't working, but I've since found that it does work. It just doesn't seem to like the TV in the main room. I don't know how that happened, but never mind. So it's not the Dreamcast hardware, because the Dreamcasts are playing the XDP disc, they're playing PSO. It's not the cable going to the Dreamcast, because I tried a different cable going to the hub. I tried it in here with a different cable and a different slot. So the problem that you saw earlier is happening due to either a problem with the Home Hub 3 or a problem with the broadband adapter in the Dreamcast. So yeah, I'm really hoping that someone can just see this and give me some idea what's gone wrong, because I honestly don't know what it is. Anyway, I hope someone can help. Leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section below. Otherwise, I shall see you soon. Alright, bye.